What's up, y'all? Poetic here. I'm back once again with another lyric video, man. And this lyric video is to Scammed, okay? Scammed is a nice little song talking about my second sexual experience, which pretty much was the first half of the song. And second half kind of just talking about, other shit, right? But it's of relevance to sex, right? So right now, I hope y'all enjoyed the job arc, you know what I'm saying, of my, you know, uh new wave of music so far, right? I'm releasing new information, right? And we all go like we can just begin with the August album and up. I don't want to go back too far. I don't have much time in this video. I just kind of want to revamp everything and all that other stuff. Like I said, this is a lyric video. This is not a explanation video where I go into deep detail. I just want to kind of just reiterate some things, right? So we all know on the August album, that's just when I wanted to kind of tell like my life story. I wanted to go over certain things that happened to me in life. You know what I'm saying? Certain past experiences and shit like that. I opened up a little bit in that album, right? And I was trying to do a little bit of future predicting and shit, but it kind of went wrong and shit like that, right? So I said, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and the third, a lot of shenanigans happened. Nothing happened for my birthday and shit. So I was like, okay, let me start over. Let me begin anew and let me start speaking in present time. And let me talk about good moments of my life. Let me try to give my music a better positive image. Let me try to give it a better overall looking theme, right? So I began with the prelude, right? I did Prelude, Illegal Arrest, and Artistic, right? Those are three songs that are guaranteed to be on that album. And there's some more songs to come to go on that album, right? Just never got to it yet, right? But yeah, and then after that, I released Violence. That's a cool little song. And then I released 2021. And then I released I just released Dollar Tree. Then I released 3 Home Depot parts, right? So here we go into Scammed lyric video, right? This is the sexual experience. We're in the sexual experience arc, right? And like I said, I want to try to go and get these songs. I already got them already wrote out. I do gotta adjust the bottom half of the lyrics to adjust it and shit like that, but we'll go from there. But anyway, this is Scammed lyric video. You know what I'm saying? I had to charge my phone up and shit. Somebody broke my charger jack for some dumb reason. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the money to buy another phone. It's difficult because that charger, it don't charge fast enough to charge his phone up. It's a slow fucking charger, right? So I deal with charger issues with the stupid phone. You know what I'm saying? I gotta core towards something. I gotta get in the habit of charging my phone like repeatedly throughout the day. You know what I mean? But anyway, here we go, man, with Scammed lyric video, right? Here we go, man. So, Lost V card looked for a new partner. First messages to me were smarter. She seemed too easy like some tartar. My only option had no roster. She came next day, I thought imposter. Didn't want my money, I'm charter. Didn't insure a condom, good gardener. Didn't go on, I am a monster. So here we go, man. Lost V card looking for a new partner. I lost my virginity looking for a new partner. V card means virginity card. I lost that looking for a new... I lost my virginity, then I searched for a new partner, right? So I lost my virginity. Not too long later, I ended up coming across her, and I stumbled across her. I think I came across her around, I would say March, April, May. You know what I'm saying? That's when I stumbled across her, right? So I lost my virginity in January, and I stumbled across her about 3 months to 4 months later, right? First messages to me were smart. That means the first exchange we had, it seemed more natural, right? Through message. Then I was like, she seemed too easy like some tartar. She seemed easy like tartar sauce, like tartar sauce is kind of, easy or whatever, you know what I mean? And between like you and me, for y'all people out there, tartar sauce is one of my favorite sauces. I love some tartar sauce or anything seafood, right? But I haven't had seafood in a long time, right? My only option had no roster. She's my only option. Like, I couldn't get pussy for shit. So she's my only option. I have no roster. So why not go with her, right? I'm a nigga that really always want to feel affection from a woman, right? She came next day, I thought imposter. She came the next day, I'm thinking, okay, she's an imposter. She's not giving me that same energy through the phone, through text messages, and she don't look as good as she did on the pictures, right? And that's no offense, but some bitches out here be catfish, you know what I mean? I didn't want my money, I'm chartered. So what that means is like, okay, I almost went to a charter school before, right? If you don't know what that is, it's kind of like a science arts thing. You know what I'm saying? If you're a charter, it's like you're kind of like a smart student, you could say, in a way, or a smart person, right? But I'm gonna give you the exact definition of it because I don't really know myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not 100% sure myself. All right, man. So I looked at the definition of charter, man. It was giving me complete bullshit. I was looking in there. I was like, you know what I mean? What I was alluding to when I said the word charter, I drive around Tallahassee, I see schools and stuff that says scientific arts. So what I was saying the word charter, I was alluding to, you know, like I'm a smart, good, like digital person. Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I did this shit right, you know, I got it right, I got lucky type shit. That's the definition I was alluding to when I said the word charter, but it is what it is, right? Next, did insure a condom, good gardener, right? I mean, she insured a condom, which was smart to do, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the first girl I fucked, she didn't care for the condom, right? You know what I'm saying? She let me hit without a condom, right? The first girl I took my virginity, she let me hit without a condom, and yeah, you know what I mean? But she wanted to put the condom on, right? And this is good gardener, right? I just said that because it rhymes with charter or whatever, right? Like, I think that's kind of smart. But when I think about it nowadays, like, to be honest, I could not use a condom. Condoms can't make me come. Like, the only way a condom will work for any girl out there that's watching this video is you have to be either really, really lucky to make me bust, or you got to be like more than normal wet. But honestly, I will never use a condom again. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't plan to just have sex just to have sex. You know what I mean? So that one, I'm never going to experience the condom life again. You know what I mean? But condoms to me were horrible. You know what I'm saying? The only way a condom will work if a girl's like really, really wet, or you just I'm really putting in work, or you just got lucky. That's the only way a condom's gonna work, man. With me, you know what I'm saying? Condoms are horrible. You know what I mean? Like, condoms don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I used to, I don't want to get into all that, but what I didn't like was, like, when I'll come close to fucking a girl, she'll be like, condom and shit. Like, if I'm paying $400, $500 to have sex with you, I'm about to get the best experience. Like, I'm not finna use no condom. You know what I'm saying? The only time I use a condom, I'm paying like $100, $200, or $50 or some shit. Bitch, if I'm paying $400, $500, $300, I'm about to get my money's worth. You know what I'm saying? That's how it go, right? So yeah. Anyway, you know what I mean? Didn't go on. I Am a Monster. You know what I'm saying? That shit didn't go on. You know what I mean? And the hardest part about it is so difficult to put on a condom. Putting on a condom is a difficult, hard task. A lot of people, like, condoms are the worst thing ever. Like, condoms are horrible. I hate condoms. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. Like, when you get into the experience, like, condoms is just awful, man. But like I said, it is safe to do. This is just myself only. You know what I'm saying? Each guy is different. It's very difficult for me to put on a condom, and I can't feel shit. You know what I'm saying? But to each guy's own, some guys' dicks are more sensitive and they're easier to put condoms on. But me, don't like condoms. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real with you. I do not like condoms. Especially if I'm paying $300, $400, $500, I need to get my money's worth, right? Now, I'm paying cool like $150. It don't matter, you know what I'm saying? And that's the mindset I should have had back at the time, you know, when I had a job and was getting money. Like, hey, if I'm paying $300 and up, I'm going raw. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being honest, you know what I mean? I'm not finna pay $400, $500 for condom sex. It's not worth it. I might as well use my hand and jack off. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. You know what I mean? Like, jacking off will feel better than using a condom, right? But having unprotected sex is one of the best feelings in the world, right? So it's kind of like, okay, I'm paying $500 for an experience I could do for free. You see what I'm saying? So there's not a lot of logic in that, right? You know what I mean? So that's why it's like, I prefer to, you know, go raw than using a condom if I'm paying $300 and up. You know what I mean? That was the mindset I was sort of, you know, getting back in the day as the later end, once I figured out I got hacked and shit, right? I don't want to turn this into a big story time, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to make this scam lyric video too long, so I need to go ahead and brush through these lyrics, man. But I don't know, I get passionate, you know what I'm saying? I get passionate about shit I wrote, and this actually took me 4 hours to write, so. But like I said, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to get too much into detail about this shit, but yeah. Try to penetrate did not go in. This is the next paragraph. Try to penetrate did not go in. I thought it was me, but slight virgin. I asked, are you one? She was lying. So I called her lift like you trifling. Later on, she wanted more cashing. Hesitant, but proceeded often. because it was hard to find affection. Now, this is when things get interesting. Now, look. Try to penetrate, did not go in. It didn't go in. Like, this is the only girl I ever crossed paths with that it did not go in. When I lost my virginity, I got it in her. And every other girl I came across, I was able to get my dick inside, right? This is the only girl I did not get my dick inside. So, you know, you do the math, you add everything up. She could have been a slight virgin or a pure virgin. She could have been just getting into sex or like a real virgin, right? But it didn't go in at all. But every other girl I went when it went in. You know what I'm saying? So that throws a big hint. You know what I'm saying? That shit wouldn't go in. You know what I mean? So it was like, yeah, she's either a slight virgin, like just got into sex, or like a pure virgin, never had sex before, right? And yeah, you know what I mean? Let me see. I thought it was me, but slight virgin. Yes, slight virgin. Okay. I asked her when she was lying. So I asked her if she was. She was like, no. This bitch was a pure liar. She was just a big liar. You know what I mean? She was a liar. You know what I'm saying? She lied about everything. You know what I mean? I don't know what to believe from this bitch. She said it was 16. Then she said she was 18. Then this bitch said this. I'm 20. This bitch be lying about her age. I know she's 16. I had to believe. The reason why I could conclude that she's 16 is because this is the only girl I came cross paths with that it did not go inside. So that's why I conclude that she is 16 years of age. You know what I mean? So I called her left like you trifling. Like I called her left like, bro, you tripping, you trifling, get out of here, right? Later on, she wanted more cash than me. She wanted more money and shit. All right. So yeah, so I called her left like you trifling. Like, yeah, you trifling, you tripping, you gotta go, right? Right. Then I said, later on, she wanted more cash with me. Okay, later on, she wanted more money. She wanted more, shit from me, right? Hesitant, but proceeded often, which means, okay, I hesitant to give her money, but I proceeded to give her money anyway. You know what I'm saying? I proceeded to give her money anyway because it was like, bruh, this is my only option. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I can buy her love. Let me tell you one thing, man. Money cannot buy love. I just want to tell you that. It won't work. I tried it. It won't work. I was trying to buy her over. It won't work. Money will not buy no one. Money will not buy a woman. It'll get a woman to fuck with you. It'll get a bitch to, you know what I'm saying, talk to you and shit. It'll get a bitch to fuck on you and shit. But money does not buy love. I just want to tell people that. It doesn't. You know what I mean? Because it was hard to find attraction. Because it was hard to find affection. It was hard for me to find affection. Like, it was hard for me to find a girl that just had some type of, like, care in the world for me. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted a girl to just give me some attention type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all I wanted, right? Now, this is when things get interesting, right? So this is when shit's about to get interesting. This is when things are about to get intriguing, right? I'll send money out, she won't come. Okay. Confessed she was 16. She dumb. Said if I don't send, she'll call mom. Her unc was police, ain't that something? Had me worried, but I'm like drum. I think it was just a threat glum. She evil should be in a tongue. She see how far I have become. Here we go, man. So look. I'll send money out, she won't come. I will send this bitch payments back to back, never came over. It kept lying, kept pulling shit off her. I would send this bitch back to back payments and shit. Confessed she was 16, she dumb. She confessed she was underage, right? Confessed she was 16. I'm like, yeah, she dumb for doing that, right? I would have kept that to myself, right? But she confessed she was 16. I'm like, you either gotta do that before or don't do it at all. You know what I'm saying? You never do that shit after. That's like the worst thing you do as a girl, right? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would never, like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I plan to tell my child is, if I ever have a girl, I'm gonna have a good-ass talk with her. But, confess she was 16, she dumb. Said if I don't send, she'll call mom, right? So, pretty much what that means, like, okay, she said if I don't send money, she'll call mom. Right? Then her unc was police, ain't that something, right? So this is interesting, right? She threatened to call her uncle on me. She wanted to call her uncle on me to come take me to jail just because I did not want to send her more money. Because I didn't want to send this bitch more money. She wanted to go call the police on me and shit like that, right? Now look. And then she tried to call her mom on me. Her mom texted me all this all bullshit. I forgot what the fuck her mom was saying. Her mom was always gonna side with her. But I think her mom was actually trying to help me get some money back, actually. Like, her mom was actually kind of like two-sided a little bit. Of course, she's gonna be naturally more towards, you know, her child side. Her dad and uncle was like not fuck with me, but her mom was like trying to make sure I get like money back. I remember in one of the text messages, her mom was like, I'm gonna make sure you get every penny back. You know what I'm saying? Of course, that never happened, but at least she tried to like kind of be like open-minded, not, you know what I'm saying, just one-sided. You know what I mean? Yeah, but let me talk about the police officer. Yeah, you got her uncle test me. I'm a police. Can we come to your house and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? They want to pull up on me and shit. Like, bro, no. Okay, I'm talking to an underage girl. Okay, you know what I mean? It was just a mistake. Your daughter's online. You know what I'm saying? She know I'm a guy. You know what I'm saying? That's, with status and potential and shit. She wanted to take a risk with me. She's 16. I'm 21. In theory, it is legal for me to have sex with this girl. The only flaw with this is that it's statutory rape, which means because since I was giving her money, there's a chance I could get sued for it, right? But if it was more like consensual, so in other words, if she actually fucked me without me even giving her money, then yeah, and she didn't even want my money. You know what I'm saying? She did not even want my money. Like, I could have had sex with this girl, kicked her out, and kept my $400. You could tell this was like her first prostitute exchange. You know what I'm saying? She did not want my money. Just like I said in the earlier paragraph, she didn't want my money and shit. Like, I'm smooth like that. Like, I could have had sex with this girl for free. You know what I'm saying? This could have been like, if everything would have went accordingly, I could have had sex with this girl, took her virginity, kicked her out, blocked her, and like never talked to her again. If everything would have went perfect, and everything would have went my way, right? That's what could have happened, right? Of course, if I would have took her virginity, I would have blocked her. But I'm just saying, like, accordingly, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? But if I would have took her virginity, I definitely would have like kept fucking with her type shit. But you could tell this was her first like prostitute exchange. She just seemed so like amateur. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why it was like, I assumed she was a virgin and shit and all that other shit. But like I said, back to the topic at hand, if I would never offered money to begin with, this won't even have been a storyline, right? But I offered money just because it's like she came, she seemed scared, she seemed a little timid, but was going along with it. I was like, let me go ahead and pay her like I said I was going to do. But I could not have paid this girl. I could have easily not have paid her and just kicked her out. Or I could have just took the money back from her and kicked her out type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I could have ended up doing. I could have took that money right back and said, look, we could try again later. But I gave her that money just because, back then I was just so much of a goody two-shoes back then. You know what I mean? So I just gave her that money just because. And once she realized that she could keep taking money from me, it got to her head and type shit. You know what I mean? But anyway, let me see. Her uncle they called the police, saying that something. Okay, had me worried, but I'm like drummed. It had me a little worried, but I'm like a drum. You know what I'm saying? Like big noise, don't give a fuck. It had me worried, but it was like it is what it is what it ain't. Police never came and got me, so I'm like I'm cool. I think it was just a threat glowing. I think she was just threatening me just so she could get more money, right? She's evil. It should be in the tongue. I mean, she should be like in a goddamn tongue. That's like one of those things that you bury people in. Now, I'm not trying to condone, you know what I'm saying, death. But how these girls treated me, they should all be dead. That's fucked up for me to say. I was the only exception of a few girls. I feel as if only a few girls I've had sex with, I would probably say or okay to live. You know what I'm saying? But some girls I had sex with that just scare me, made me pay big, made me put on a condom, like perish. You know what I'm saying? Real nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, 16-year-old girl, you should be number one on the list to perish. You stole thousands of dollars from me. Didn't give no fucks about how I feel. You should be dead. You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up for me to say, but I'm being honest at this point. You know what I mean? Like, I'm being real. You know what I mean? About 90 to 80% of girls I have sex with should be dead. Only a few should be alive to live. Because these girls stole money from me and shit. Granted, they did take the chance to have sex with me. At least they took the liberty to make me feel good. But at the same breath, you scammed the fuck out of me and didn't give a fuck about how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And that goes for girls that just reject me in general. Like, a nigga like me get rejected since high school. I began rejected and shit. So it's something I'm accustomed to, right? But it's just kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I said, man, if I ever have a son, I will not let him experience this. I do not want him to be a homosexual. I do not want my son to be a homosexual. I ain't got nothing against gays or nothing like that, but I don't want my son to be in that. I don't want my son to be bred like that. I don't want my son to be in that. You know what I mean? I want my, you know what I mean? I'm going to talk about my kids later on in this video, right? She did a bit of time. She see how far I have become, right? She see how far I've changed from back then to now. She see the type of person I really am. And she still don't. There's still things that she don't know about me. And like I said, I'm not going to reveal too much about myself when I hop into the school, so I still got to keep myself a mystery. But y'all are going to learn some new things about me. Anyway, next paragraph. She knew how to talk virtually. In person, she soft-spokenly. She blew up my phone stupidly. Blocked on and off repeatedly. She sent me news surprisingly. Her appearance changed abruptly. Still only care about my money. I had to cut her off fastly. So look. She knew how to talk virtually. She knew how to talk on the phone. But in person, she was soft-spoken. Like, in person, she was kind of just like going with the motions, right? She blew up my phone stupidly. This bitch used to blow my phone. Oh, this bitch used to call me repeatedly. Bitch, why did you call me for? You try to send me to jail and shit. Like, I don't want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, this bitch trying to send me to jail. This bitch trying to lock me up. Like, she trying to finesse me on my money and shit, bro. I don't want to talk to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Now, I blocked on and off repeatedly. That means, look, I blocked her on and off repeatedly. I mean, I blocked her, I unblocked her, I blocked her, I unblocked her, right? She sent me news surprisingly. I mean, she sent me news. I was surprised she sent me news. I was like, oh, okay. She sent me a topless photo of her, and she got tattoos and shit. She got piercings, nipple piercings and shit. I'm like, oh, okay. She sent me something new. You know what I mean? Right. Her appearance changed abruptly. I mean, her appearance changed. Like, she went from, like, somebody that kind of looked young to somebody that looked like adult. You know what I'm saying? She changed drastically, right? Still only wanted my money. She still only cared about my money. I had to cut her ass off, right? But to sum up this first half, which is mainly about this bitch, she was just a 6-year-old bitch trying to scare me for money and shit. She was just looking out for herself. Really didn't give a fuck about. Only wanted my attention and money, and threatened to throw me in jail. She had that little, okay, I'm 16 years old, I can send you to jail. And the only reason why she could do that is just because I offered her money in the first place. But if I would never offered her money, it would have been a no gain. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nothing would have even concurred. You know what I mean? But legally, it's legal in the state of Florida for a 21-year-old to have sex with a 16-year-old. That was my age at the time. Now I'm 24. And since I'm 24, I can't have sex with nobody like under 18. You know what I'm saying? Legally in the state of Florida, that is illegal for me to do. But, you know, you got other people that run Florida and America. That rule could possibly change. And you never know what might happen in life. I might stumble across a 15, 14, 16-year-old version that want to fuck with me or something like that, right? Now, like I said, I mean, I would definitely rather fuck with a virgin than a non-virgin. Just because I know when I fuck with this virgin that hasn't been touched or hasn't been penetrated by anybody, they're more likely to attach to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't a girl that kind of just hops around from dick to dick and all of a sudden want to, you know what I'm saying, try to fuck with me and marry me and shit. Bro, I don't want a girl that's kind of like just, you know what I mean? Like, I guess what I'm trying to get at is, like, I don't want a girl that's been touched by other dudes, especially guys that are my enemies, right? I want a girl that's, like, off limits. I know I took her virginity, okay. You know what I'm saying? Because typically when a girl loses their virginity, they just don't hop onto another dick. You know what I'm saying? You can ask women. They don't just... If you take a girl's virginity, and if it's blood all over the place, you know what I'm saying? She's, like, really in pain. She not just going to go, okay, let me go ahead and fuck with another guy. She kind of going to be in trauma, right? She kind of like going to be attached to this guy. Like, okay, this guy took my virginity. I need to kind of be with him a little bit along. Like, when a girl loses their virginity, that means they trusting you with their body. They're like, okay, I'm you know what I mean? So they going to kind of like naturally gravitate towards you type shit, right? You know what I mean? But, you know, it is what it is, right? So, second half. It's clear that these hoes were spellbind. I showed them love, they were slow and blind. Some tricked me to paying rent confined. At this time, I was on the incline. Paying for pussy, a bad cosign. Wrong shit is just being on my mind. And marriage, I might not ever find. How awful is all this stuff online? Okay. It's clear as day these hoes were spellbound. I mean, yeah, okay. It's clear as day that these hoes were spellbinded, right? I showed them love, they were slow and blind. I mean, I showed them love, they acted slow and blind. Like, I showed each and every one of the girl I've had sex with. I didn't really show them love, but it was sort of like, it's not what I was showing them is not love, okay? I just want to say this real quick. I mean, I'll put it to you like this. It's lust. I showed them lust, and I wanted to fuck, right? It's kind of like, no, but a nigga like me is kind of like, if a girl kind of like have sex with me, like, I think about to like, for example, a girl took my virginity, right? I would say all the girl that I have sex with, that's the girl that caught my heart the most and didn't give a fuck about me, you know what I'm saying? And afterwards, you know what I'm saying, as the more and more time I had sex, it was just became kind of just like a sport activity, and it kind of didn't bother me as much. You know what I'm saying? I could detach more easier from women, right? You know what I mean? But that's why I'm sort of kind of like fearful. Like, once I ever have conscious sex again, like, man, you know what I'm saying? I gotta really make sure, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know how I am, you know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure it's what, you know what I mean? But even if so, it's just not who I am as a person to just fuck on bitches, fuck hoes. Like, naturally, you take a look at my family's, like, history and DNA. Like, we are, like, loyal people that stick to one woman. You know what I'm saying? That's the point I'm trying to make, right? My immediate family, right? That's what I'm trying to get at. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't like to include myself with them because I'm nothing like them. I'm a genetic mutation. I'm somebody that got genetically mutated, and thankfully I'm nothing like my family, right? But when you look at the history of it, we naturally like to stick with one partner. We don't like to, you know what I'm saying, be pimping out here with a bunch of hoes or whatever, whatnot. You know what I mean? But, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But fuck my parents, you know what I'm saying? I hate them. You know what I'm saying? They're spellbinded fools and don't have a mind of their own and don't give a fuck about me. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck about me, neglect me and shit like that. So I'm glad I made it. I'm glad I survived their neglection. And I'm glad I survived the bullying from the tyrants on the outside world and slaves. I'm glad I survived it. Glad I made it. And nothing but up from here, I'm going to keep on going. You know what I mean? But anyway. So these hoes were spellbinded. I showed them love, they were slow and blind. Some tricked me to paying the rent confined. You know, the most expensive girl I paid for, I think, was $800 or $700. And it was condom sex. We didn't even have oral sex. Complete waste of money. I will never do nothing like that again. Condoms don't matter, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. If you're a girl, if I had condom sex with you, like, good riddance, you know what I mean? I'm getting a little too honest in this video, but like, for real though, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. At this time, I was on the incline. That means at this time I was on the uprise. Paying for pussy, a bad cosign. Me paying for pussy was the baddest thing I signed up for. I ain't gonna lie, what I should have did was after that second girl that tried to scam me after I got away scot-free, I should have just stopped paying for pussy for good and realized, okay, this is something I don't need to do. But it was kind of just like once I got a taste of sex, it was like I was fiending for more of it. I wanted more of it, especially when I knew I could get it. I wanted more of that shit. You know what I'm saying? It was like, bro, I can't stop. You know what I'm saying? Just having this shit. Like I need more of this shit. You know what I mean? Wrong shit to be on my mind. I got the wrong shit. I got the wrong bullshit on my mind. And marriage, I might not ever find. I mean, I might not ever find marriage, man. This is probably the most realistic bar out of the whole thing. Like, I really look for a lot, and it's like I'm not really looking. It's kind of like my standards are high, but at the same time, I need somebody who genuinely fucks with me for who I am. So by default, I gotta lower my standards, right? I shouldn't have high standards, because the higher my standards are, the more the bitch is just gonna be fucking with me just for my status and shit like that, right? So I need to kind of like fuck with a girl who genuinely fucks with me for who I am. Yet you gotta meet that criteria. So you gotta kind of like, okay, if you're gonna fuck with me for who I am, you gotta look up to par and got like money of your own and got something going for yourself, this, that, and the third. You can't fuck with me for who I am, but be like really low tier, like you kind of just like, you know what I mean, like who are you type shit, you know what I mean? Like, no, I don't mean like that. What I mean is like, okay, you fuck with me for who I am, but you only got $30,000 in your bank account or something like that, you know what I mean? And you're not in college, you know what I'm saying? And you share an apartment with your friends and shit like that, which is normal. Let me, you know what I'm saying? And like, you know, you're not in college or nothing like that. You know what I mean? That's what I kind of mean by like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Just like, what's your situation like? You know what I'm saying? So like, it's kind of like, you know, because the reason why this is important, because let's say if I ever get my earnings, right? If I ever get my earnings, if I ever get the money I think I'm going to get, which should be like lots and lots of money. I should be more than $1 million. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I don't see myself like what I've been through and what I've done and what I've accomplished and shit like that. Millionaire status is out the question. You know what I'm saying? I will not do not put me in the category of millionaires. I won't do it. I won't do it. Honestly, I should be the richest man in the world, and that's what I want to be. You know what I'm saying? I want to be the richest man in the world. I should have generational wealth, right? So, honestly, I should be like quadrillionaire. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's a little too much, and the more money you have like that, the more dangerous it could be for yourself. You got all that money, niggas gonna try to, you know, get in that shit. Niggas gonna try to, you know what I mean? But based on what I know of, how niggas use me for money, how niggas benefit off me, and this, that, and the third, like, I should be like the richest man alive. Like, I should be quadrillion, you know what I'm saying? Like, I should really be, like, rich as fuck. Now, I don't want to be too rich. I don't need all this money, but I want enough money to last me at least like 3 to 4 generations type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. I want generational wealth type shit. Now, let me say this. If I was to pass away, I want most of my money to be gone. You know what I'm saying? If I was to pass away through like a hate crime, you know what I'm saying, or something like that, I want most of my money to kind of just like go away type shit. You know what I'm saying? I will only leave a little bit for my kids. Only just a little bit for my kids. What I mean by a little bit, like a couple millions. That's all I will leave for the kids, right? But let's say, for example, this is a long lyric video, man. I gotta hurry up, man. But I'm emotional, man, because I put time and effort into this song. This is real life. This is a real life story. This is a real song. This ain't no bullshit. Like, this is real life. You know what I mean? But let's say, if I pass away before I can see my son graduate or my daughter graduate, then I want all my money gone. Nobody gets it. You know what I mean? That's what I mean, right? But, you know, if I stay alive long enough for as them being adults and them living the shit, you know what I mean? This, that, and the third, Like I said, I plan to give my son a couple millions, and like I said, if my daughter can at least reach a bachelor's or whatever degree comes after that, I plan to really bless her with almost $1 billion, and because I want her to carry on my generational wealth, all the rest of my money gets gone. You know what I'm saying? If I could successfully give my daughter $1 billion, give my son like 10, 20 million, then all the rest of my money can get gone. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was to pass away through a hate crime or, you know what I'm saying, a health issue, you know what I'm saying? All the rest of my money could get gone. Nobody gets it. And only my kids will be the last one with it. And it's up to them if they want to give it to their mom. You know what I'm saying? It's up to them if they will give it to their mom. And then, of course, my wife is going to have money too, but I'm not going to give her that much. I ain't going to give her no goddamn billion or nothing like that. She going to, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if my wife is a really, 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 really good wife, she'll end up probably getting the same amount of money as my son. You know what I'm saying? But as far as my daughter, she's a good exception of how she getting that much money, right? That's if I ever have kids from a girl I nutted into and she birthed the kid. It is my DNA I made. It is blood related. Right? DNA test, you know what I'm saying? That's if it ever happens. Right? But anyway, anyway, man, where am I at, man? I went off topic. Okay, next paragraph. How awful is all this stuff online? Yeah, how awful is all this bullshit that gets posted online? Next, though, people play me just like a system. I ain't with that bullshit. I'm not them. I would treat me like a special gem. I be seeing shit bright from the stem. Let me see. I be seeing shit right from the stem. I misread my writing. I'm a follicle just like a mem. Sometimes hatred I read through and skim. I got me strong arms like I swim. I had to fuck whores during the AM. Here we go, man. People play me just like a system. I mean, people use me, they play me just like a system, and they're still doing this to this day, right? I ain't with that bullshit. I'm not them. That means I'm not with that bullshit. I'm not like none of y'all. And I ain't trying to be mean or nothing like that. I ain't trying to be rude or crude or anything like that. Bitch, I ain't like none of y'all. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know what I mean? I would treat me like a special gentleman. I'm going to treat myself like I'm going to really treat me well, right? I be seeing shit right from the stone. I mean, I see shit right from like the source. I'm a follicle just like a man. That means I'm like a follicle, like a membrane, right? Kind of like something like in your body, right? Sometimes hatred I read through the skin. I mean, sometimes hate comments, whatever, I read through it and I skim right through it. That means I glance right through it, like, okay, it is what it is, right? I got me strong arms like I swim. That means I got strong arms like I swim. I'm not saying I'm super strong or nothing like that. I'm not like a strong guy, but I would say, I got me strong arms as far as like, you know, I'm not saying I'm ripped or buff and I don't lift weights, and I'm not saying none of that shit, but it's kind of like, you know, I guess what I'm getting at, I think I'm stronger than what I appear. I'm stronger than what I appear. Like I swim. You know, if you swim, that means you got good arms, right? I'm stronger than what I appear. I just want to say that real quick. You know what I mean? That's the point I'm trying to make. That's the point I'm trying to make. Cause niggas think I'm weak and shit. Like I'm stronger than how I look. That's the point I'm trying to make. Okay. I had to fuck whores during the AM. That means I had to bring whores over during the AM just to have sex with them. I could not have sex with girls during the afternoon or night. Now, there are a few girls I was able to sneak in during the afternoon, but it was really, really risky. Most girls I had sex with, and you can check the history in trap work, was during the morning. Then after that, it was at night / afternoon. But majority of them was during the morning. Check the history, check the trap work. You know what I mean? Anyway, next. I despise scamming. Now I'm like, be damning. My funds I'm commanding. Sluts pussies got whamming. All bullshit I'm slamming. Only my songs jamming. Offspring will be glamming. If fans go stammering. Here we go, man. So, I I despise scamming. That means I despise girls that scam. I despise men that scam. I've been scammed by society as a whole. Niggas made money off my name. I've been scammed by celebrities, YouTubers, rappers, other rappers out there. I've been scammed by women. I've been scammed by my own family members right in my face. I got scammed by my male guardian. I got scammed by my brothers before. I got scammed by my female guardian before. I'm always the nigga getting finessed and tricked out of money. I've been scammed by everybody. You know what I'm saying? I despise niggas that scam. I hate scammers. Right? Now I'm like, be damn, man. I'm like, I'll be damned if I get scammed again. My funds I am commanding. I mean, I'm commanding my earnings. And when I mean my earnings, I mean like big numbers. Like I said, I should have generational wealth. But anyway, sluts pussies got whammed. I mean, sluts pussies got whammed. They got pounded. They got fucked. They got beat in. Whatever term you want to use for it, right? But nah, though, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't that vicious at sex, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get a lot of that towards like the end. But in the beginning stage, I learned that, you know, I wasn't seasoned at sex. But, you know, I fucked a couple of hoes. This shit is what it is. But they were just fucking for my money and clout. All bullshit I'm slamming. I mean, all that bullshit I'm just slamming. Get out my way. Only my songs is jamming. I mean, only my songs is jamming. Only my songs is hitting. Only my songs is good. I make the best music. Yeah. Offspring will be glamour. That means my offspring will be glamour. And here's what I mean by that. It will gonna be glamour. That kind of goes for both. If I have a son or daughter. If you don't want to glamour, it means a beautiful sight, a beautiful thing to look at, something, you know, something interesting, something. This, that, and the other. I still don't got the definition memorized, but that's essentially what it means. It's just something really good to look at. You know what I mean? And, you know, something that, you know, is just like, you know, like that just venue type shit. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of goes for both son and daughter, but more towards the daughter. And, you know, my offspring, I might end up even changing the name. I might change the name to a different name because I don't want a bunch of people walking around with the name Glamour. So I might have to end up changing the name to something else. You know what I'm saying? Just because I can't have too much people running around with that name. I mean, naturally, people, they're going to try to copy you and shit, but I can't just have a bunch of Glamours just, or, you know what I'm saying, walking around type shit. Like, no, I would definitely change your name, you know what I mean? That's probably what I'm going to end up doing. You know what I mean? Especially if, like, you know, one of my enemies or some shit try to pull some bull fuckery like that, I would definitely change the name in a heartbeat, right? But, you know, you never know, right? Because, you know, you got niggas that, you know, really want to be me, copy me, and envy and hate and shit like that. But that's a story for another day, right? If things go stammering, and, you know, if things go accordingly, right? Anyway, last paragraph, right? I like to lick on the cleavage. I remember my thoughts vintage. I dropped my cousins from the carriage. I have me a loss of heritage. Made this choice at 24 age. Messenger badge black, white, and beige. I have me a lot of courage. My impactfulness is contagious. All right, here we go, man. I like to lick on the cleavage. I mean, I like to lick on boobs. If you don't know, besides toes, boobs is something I like to do. Actually, boobs is honestly, you know what I'm saying? I like to suck on that shit. I like to lick that shit, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to you. But if you guys like some nice looking toes, I would definitely do not mind sucking toes. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. I remember my thoughts vintage. I mean, I remember my thoughts all the way from back then. Only important moments that happened in my life. Not just, you know, less important moments. I dropped my cousins from the carriage. I mean, starting today, my cousins have officially got dropped from my carriage. The second this song came out, I would officially drop my cousins from the carriage. That means I will no longer care for them anymore. I'm not going to give them much attention anymore. Yet, I'm still going to talk to them, interact with them every now and then, but I'm going to show them less attention. Okay? I have me a lot of heritage. That means I have me a lot of honor. I could be wrong about this definition. Let me look it up, though. You know what I mean? Let me look it up though. Let me see. And I got me a lot of inheritance. They got a definition for a Bible and shit. They got a lot of definitions. Let me look it up. Definition. A special or individual possession and a lot of a portion. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. It got a lot of different definitions, but that's pretty much what it says, right? And let me see. Made this choice at 24 age. That means I'm 24 years old if I made this choice to, you know, do this, right? Messenger bass, black, white, and beige. That means the messenger bass I own currently at this moment are black, white, and beige, right? Okay. I have me a lot of courage. I mean, I have a lot of courage. I have a lot of bravery, right? I have a lot of, you know what I'm saying, like riskfulness in me, right? That means I go out and do outstanding things. And then my powerfulness is contagious. I mean, my powerfulness is contagious. I mean, it spreads around, right? My influence, right? And that's it, man. You know, very, very long lyric video, you know what I'm saying? Shit, this is a long lyric video, you know what I mean? But this is something I wanted to break down, I wanted to get into detail with it. Like I said, the next lyric video, I don't know when the next lyric video going to be, but I'll say for the rest of this year, I'll probably end up doing another lyric video, probably 3 max. This might be the last one for the year, but if not, I'll probably end up doing another one, but no more than 3 lyric videos, you know what I mean? But I hope y'all like this lyric video, man. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. I gotta kind of edit this down a little bit. And I'll catch y'all on my next lyric video, you know what I'm saying? Poetic signing out. Make sure y'all stay tuned for music and shit that's getting ready to drop on the channel and shit. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? This video is going to be coming a little late. It's going to be coming after I finish my other songs. Then this video is going to come up. This video will be after the illegal arrest music video, okay? But I got a tweak best experience and STD just a little bit. I got to tweak the endings of it. And then I'll go from there. But like I said, I hope y'all like this video. And yeah.